Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to stop by to say thank you to each one of you that purchased my book, The Thief That Stole My Time. I am very, very extremely grateful for all the love and all the support I received from each one of you. But more so, those of you who actually bought a copy, I want to urge you to please open the pages and please read what's inside. The cover might have appealed to you, but I promise you that what's inside has so much more substance. Not because it's my words, but God used me to be his vessel, to speak something direct to his children because he loves you so much. And he promised me that none of the experiences that cause me pain will be wasted. He will use it to bring deliverance to somebody else's life. And today I urge you that those of you who purchased it, please open the pages and read what's written inside. Even right now, I know many of us are in the month of prayer and fasting, and we are fasting, and fasting has so much benefits to our lives, right? It has so many benefits to our physical life. It cleanses us, it cleanses our body, it gets rid of a lot of the toxins that's inside our body. But I think that we also need to pay attention to the toxins that is in our soul. And I just wanted to take a moment to read a small portion from one of my chapters. It's called Detox Your Soul. And today we are addressing the green-eyed monster. We all know the green-eyed monster. It's jealousy. And I just wanted to read the small piece that I wrote on that. And it goes like this. Jealousy, the green-eyed monster, is one of the worst toxins that can lay silent in the hearts of men. It does not always introduce itself as jealousy, but it can be hidden and expressed otherwise in the person that's judgmental and overly critical. Jealousy is like a bully that inflicts damage to another because of his or her accomplishment. Even so, to effectively uproot jealousy, we must find its root. Proverbs 14:13 says, "A peaceful heart leads to a healthy body, but jealousy is like a cancer in its bones." For the person that has never struggled with jealousy, it's easy to point fingers and use the word from Proverbs to judge the person that is currently struggling. But jealousy is real, and to truly overcome it, we must yank it out from its root. Rejection, unhealthy comparisons, exclusion, pride, losing the affection of our loved ones due to the presence of another, and general insecurities are some of the major root causes of jealousy. If we are courageous enough to come face to face with our issue of jealousy and admit that it does exist in our lives, we would then be able to break the back of that spirit that is functioning in our lives. In my own life, I have battled with this green-eyed monster in many seasons and at various stages in my life. The same issue kept resurfacing in my life, but it was manifested in different places with different people. Initially, I was in denial. I was a Christian now, and I loved the Lord with all my heart. There was no way I could be jealous. After all, I am walking according to the word and loving my neighbor as myself. How could I be jealous? Well, I was. What was clear, though, was that the jealousy didn't stem from the present. It came from deep places, at a time when my heart was most tender. Every time someone compared me to a person, I would remember what I felt when I saw a loved one stop their affection towards me in another person's presence. In another instance, I would remember constantly having to endure a detailed comparison against someone else. Whether it is a family member or friend, the comparison destroyed my self-image and even more, damaged my sense of self-worth. Instead of addressing the person that inflicted the pain, I began to harbor feelings of resentment towards the person I was compared to. Too ashamed to accept or discuss how I felt, I continued to bury the pain in the soil of my heart. The pain started changing shape, growing even taller, into bitterness, jealousy, and resentment. Pretty soon, jealousy started showing up in other places because its roots started to spread out and intertwine together. Friendships and relationships started to suffer because this green eyed monster kept following me around everywhere. It was only when I started to acknowledge its existence in my life and stopped sugarcoating what I felt the healing journey began. I made a decision that I was not going to let my past dictate my future or control my present behavior. I valued my relationships and was going to fiercely protect it at all costs. I was willing to do whatever it took to uproot this stubborn monster that had no right in my heart in the first place. Anything in our life that comes in uninvited and isn't confronted immediately would start claiming citizenship, therefore becoming difficult to move. So I became tenacious in my efforts to deport this monster back to hell. Understanding the uniqueness of my calling and the exclusive manner in which God had created me started the healing process. God began to teach me that I was and who I was and how I was fearfully and wonderfully made. I began to understand that the gifts and talents He placed inside of me were perfect and sufficient for the purpose and I was created to fulfill. As I began to appreciate and explore the gifts and talents that existed in me, I was left with little time to give attention and compare myself to those around me. My precious time was then spent in pursuit of manifesting every single gift that God placed inside of me. I became excited to likewise drive others to manifest their unique gifts, so together we could strip the devil of his power. My lesson to you is this: many have gone before you, and many will come after you, but there will never be another you to ever walk this earth. God designed you as a heavenly masterpiece to do something on this earth that no one else can do. Stop looking all around you and what everyone else has that you lack, but look within and see the wealth of your exceptionality. You are exceptional. And I just really believe that jealousy is real. It's real. And it shows up in our lives based on past circumstances, you know? Everything that comes up in our life stems from something. And it could be generational. It could be things in our family that was never addressed. It is our responsibility to address it and to fix it, so we could make room for the next generation to walk in power and freedom from some of the things that we had to deal with. And the first step in dealing with it is accepting it. Stop saying that it's not there. If you see it showing up, address it. Let that devil know, I know you are there. I see you. And I know that you do not belong. And my job is to get you out because you do not belong. I am a child of God. My body is a temple. Anything that we do not confront will stay hidden in hidden places in our heart, and it would fester. Anything that stays hidden for too long starts to fester and starts to change shape. And we don't want anything. We are detoxing. It's the month of January. We are cleansing, not just the physical. We are cleansing out everything. We want this temple to be used by God. We want this temple to manifest every gift and every talent that God placed inside of us. Everything. We don't have a lot of time left in this earth. Our time is valuable and we need to use it with wisdom. And anything that is a stumbling block from us becoming everything that God created us to be, we need to address it at its root. Because all jealousy does, it causes us to focus on the wrong thing. Things happen to us in the past, and it is affecting how we treat others, because when we see someone that we love showing affection to another at our expense, we tend to be angry with the person instead of the person that has caused the pain. And the Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. And we need to address the devil that is working in the background. the spirit that is at work in the background, causing us to react and respond to people in this way. And he's going free, and we're fighting with each other, and he's going free. And it's time that we stand up to him and let him know that I see you, I know that you are present, but I want you to know that every time you show up, I will kick you out because you do not belong. The Bible says we have to put away every sin that so easily beset us. We have to put away. So something is required of us. Yes, it might come up and it might show up in our lives, but we need to let it know that it does not belong. My body is a temple. My heart is the temple of God, where God is supposed to dwell. And anything that doesn't look like God, I will kick you out. And I believe that once we start dealing with the things that are hidden in our heart, God would start to empty us. And the more we empty the things that doesn't belong there, the more we make space for his spirit to dwell and reside in our hearts and to do amazing things in there. And this is a chapter that is very, very deep and very personal to me. And I pray that you take some time to read it. Those of you who have already purchased the book, and those of you who haven't, please get it. I promise you it will bless you. It's The Thief That Stole My Time, and it's available at Amazon. If you're in Trinidad, inbox me and I'll get a copy to you. So thank you for taking time to listen, and I pray that you continue detoxing your soul as well as your body, and draw closer to God in this time, in this season. I pray that you draw closer to God, because it's only him that has the answer. We can't do anything in this world that we're living in, but he sits on high and he looks down low. He sees all things. He's omniscient. He's all-knowing. He knows the end from the beginning. So the only person that we could look to is him. Nobody else has the answer, only him. Thank you. Have an awesome day.